Joe has never pleased a woman.
He's not allowed to talk.
If I get drunk, well, I'll pass out on the floor now, baby. You won't bother me no more.
Alright everyone, welcome to the inaugural episode of the Bearded Brew Review. My name is Ben.
And I am Biggs.
And we are going to be your resident bearded brewologist, sent here by Tanked Matinee. For those of you that don't know what Tanked Matinee is, you're probably not watching this because that's where the video is. So, Tanked Matinee is a website that we're all a part of. It's mostly about movies and booze. We're going to focus on the booze aspect. The show's real simple. We're going to have a brew wench. Tonight will probably be one of our friends Joe, who is not a wench, but
kind of our bitch.
But kind of our bitch. So he's gonna give us the brews. The way it's gonna work is we're going to leave the room and a mystery brew hidden by our friend Mr. Back.
This is also what we use during sex.
Yeah, well, yes, that is what we use during sex. Not with each other because we want to watch. That one's getting edited for. So we'll leave the room, and mystery beer will be poured. Now you, the audience, will know exactly what we're drinking. The information will be brought up on your screen. We will have no idea, not until the very end. When we get the beers, we will test them out. We'll give you an idea of what we think on their color, their smell, their consistency. Do a quick taste test, give you an initial thought. Then we will actually finish the beers and then have a conversation about it. Now you will know everything, we will know nothing. You'll be able to decide whether or not we're full of shit or if we're actually pretty close. Odds are, full of shit. We're not making any promises that we're experts, we're just doing this because we like booze and goddamn is it fun.
Yeah, one thing I do want to point out, not only are we doing this because, one, we have this website and we like to drink, but also we just found through Ben and myself, we live together and having parties and stuff like that, that we have very different tastes in what we like in a beer. Ben has been drinking way longer than I have. Also, I didn't start drinking until I was 25, 26, where Ben started much younger.
Legally, I will say it was at 21.
But not only that, he tends to prefer lighter beers, where I prefer darker beers. I admit I'm an alcohol snob, so whereas he's not. And so we just have very different perspectives on beer, and we thought that dynamic would make for an interesting take or review for an audience who's looking to find out if you should buy a particular beer.
Also use the show as a bit of a conversation starter. Like, we're just here to give you our opinions. If you have something different, feel free to share it either in the comments on Tanked Matinee or on YouTube, where this will probably eventually be hosted. But yeah, I say let's give it a start. Beer wench!
Oh, God damn it.
Beer wench.
Alright, we're gonna leave the room. Beers will be poured.
We'll be back.
No, I'm not a cameraman. Beer's ready.
Say it in a sultry voice!
Oh, sorry. Beer's ready.
We need to come up with some music that's going to be behind.
I thought about that. My previous statement that you were the most sexually unappealing bar wench I've ever met still stands.
All right, it's recording. I see a little red board.
Oh, that's fantastic. All right, so initial thoughts. It's golden. That is
It's a little,
ambery.
yeah, reminds me of like a Killian's.
Killian's, yeah.
If it's Killian's, I'm gonna laugh.
I will also laugh.
Interesting.
That's a very interesting smell.
It's
A little sweet.
It is almost like it smells a little bit like a Leinenkugel.
Yeah.
Not quite as sweet as a Leinenkugel, but a little bit.
It's like a little bit sweeter version of red oak to me.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Prost.
That's smooth.
Ooh.
That's real smooth.
Yes, it is.
That doesn't even have any sort of like
Beer.
like that initial like.
It's not hoppy. It's not. It's almost not beer-like. It's almost a cider, but you can tell it's not cider. And I don't mean from like it's not apple-y. I don't mean like that. Like it's just.
It's very interesting. I don't think I've ever had this one before.
I don't know, but I'm really excited about drinking this whole thing.
I mean, initially, like the initial taste is very smooth. It goes down real easy, giggity.
Like your mother.
My mom's probably gonna watch this, and hi, Mom.
Love you.
I don't think it's easy. In fact, I think it.
I love my mother very much.
Thank you for that.
She is the bestest.
So, anyways, no.
All right, let's start. Let's drink this.
All right. Okay, so we're back. Not sure if you will have actually watched us drink through most of this beer. So what do you think?
It's really good. As you know, I'm really picky about beers. I tend to prefer darker beers. So this is actually on the already, even though it appears to be some sort of amber, it's already on the lighter side of what I normally drink. But this is fantastic. This is just like perfect craftsmanship. Whoever brewed this, just I was saying earlier when we were drinking this, there's flavors here that my mouth recognizes that my brain hasn't quite picked out yet. But so far, we've said it a million times, super smooth, easy to drink. Like I could chug an entire mug of this without any problems. I wouldn't want to because it's so tasty. Like, what's the point? But
It's good savoring beer.
yeah. It doesn't seem to be super high in alcohol content. I might end up being proven wrong, but I'm gonna guess it's probably in a 6 to 7%. So it doesn't have a huge it doesn't have that alcohol bite. Yeah.
I'll agree. It's probably in the. I'd even go a little bit lower. Probably in the 5 to 6 range. The first taste that I get whenever I sip on it, I get this distinct but not overbearing caramel taste. So it's it's just enough. Like it's not like I'll put a piece of caramel on your fucking tongue, but it definitely has that sort of sensation. The more that I've drank it, it does get a little hoppy on the aftertaste. Once it kind of settles, without the only way I can describe it is it feels like it gets a little thick on your tongue.
It lingers.
Yeah, it's got this lingering like hops taste, which I'm not huge on the hops aftertaste, but it's as far as that goes, it's really not. It's not overbearing compared to a lot of.
Well, the nice thing is because it's only at the aftertaste. If you want to get rid of it, you just take another swig.
That's very true. That's very true. It's not thick at all. It's much more pleasant than Killian's to me. I like Killian's, but not one of my favorite beers. But yeah, this I can definitely see us picking up a 6-pack or hell, if they make more, a whole case. I could see us having one of those on deck just as a, it's Tuesday, I want a beer sort of beers.
Yeah, it's funny that like this is our first ever beer of our first ever episode of this, and already out the gate, I feel like we found a beer that will probably end up in this house again.
I have a feeling that that's going to be a running thing with us. Oh wow, we found a new beer! We're gonna buy more of beer.
Valid, but I just I fully anticipate throughout the series of this that we will find beers that we hate.
Oh yeah.
It's nice right out the gate to have something of this high quality.
So testament to our beer wench, to who was nice enough to go out and pick these up for us. If you ever have the chance to go down to North Carolina and try Red Oak, that's a very good, I'd say, comparison to this. That's a little bit heavier, a little darker, but good comparison. Killian's would be another comparison, probably cheaper if I had to guess,
but not as
good. So yeah, I'm gonna finish that one.
And then we're gonna.
But then we're gonna reveal. I can't wait to see this. I'm sure that in the video there'll be some amazing unveiling music.
I wish we could can we get some special effects where like the bag comes off like a rocket ship?
Red rocket, Sparky. Red rocket. Yes, that is totally a thing we can do.
Sweet. We
All right.
run a classy operation.
We do. All right. So the beer is it's a road beer.
So it is a road beer. That's funny because it's Rogue's Dead Guy Ale, which is they are an Oregon brewery, as it says on the bottle. It's funny because I've only ever had a couple of Rogue brews, and I haven't liked any of the ones I've had.
I think I've only had one, and I can't remember the name of it to save my life. But
So, that's not to say that Rogue makes bad beers. Obviously, this proves otherwise. But they make a lot of different stuff. But this is the best thing I've ever had from them.
what's content?
Content appears to be
Unknown.
unknown. Not easily findable on the ball.
Get on that, Rogue.
We will be looking it up on the inner tubes. At the very least.
Oh, that's yeah.
Artwork is fantastic. I will say that Rogue has always done great label work. Their artwork is
I've always been a fan of that as well.
Yeah.
Even it always depressed me that I wasn't a big fan of the one or two beers that I've actually had. But yeah, so first beer, Rogue Dead Guy Ale. I give it a thumbs up. All right.
Would do 9 out of 10.
Would do 9 out of 10. All right, so we're gonna break. The second beer is going to be poured for your viewing pleasure, and then we're gonna be back. All right, stick with us.
Beer's ready!
Go ahead.
Alright, so I'll start by saying this is entering the color of beer that I don't particularly like. So I'm worried that I will not want to drink all of this.
I can see you through it perfectly.
Yeah. It's super clear, and that tends to not be what I like. Although it does mean generally, at least it's probably a pretty high, well crafted beer, even if it's not a thing that I like. It's not very foggy or anything like that. Oh no, I don't like that smell.
Ooh, that smell.
Ooh, that smell.
The smell that's around you. Yeah, that's a very distinct kind of.
That smells like bug spray.
It's I was about to say it's almost a chemical smell. That's interesting. Okay, well, all right. First taste.
Tastes better than it smells.
That's
Which is
pretty apropos in this house.
I don't know how many women I've said that about.
App that we just watched, Sushi Girl.
So fishy. It tastes better than it smells, but I don't know that I would say that it tastes like something I want to drink.
First reaction, taste-wise, kind of citrusy, kind of along the lines of a light blue moon. Kind of has that orangey, like zest flavor. A little bit more bite than the Dead Guy Ale, just kind of like the alcohol taste.
Not as smooth.
Not as smooth. A little bit of bite, not necessarily a bad thing. Some people like that bite. Doesn't like it's not. I wouldn't say a rough beer.
There doesn't appear to be much of an aftertaste at all, which is kind of good.
Yeah,
because I don't particularly like the taste.
I'm not getting much of an aftertaste at all. Which, I mean, for a light beer, you'd kind of expect that. Not much, for lack of a better term, residue to hold on to. All right, so
I'm gonna reluctantly drink more of this.
We're going to finish this off, and then we'll come back for a more in-depth discussion. Oh, that's a thing we're doing now, apparently. All right, so we're back, and
Just keep it alive.
for the last couple of minutes, probably 10 or so, we've been sitting here bullshitting, drinking, and you'll notice that we haven't gotten very far through the glass. I'll be honest with you, the taste is not bad at all. I'm really not disappointed much in the taste, but God, that smell is overwhelming to me. Like every time I put it up to my mouth to take a swallow, it's just, do you want to smell it? Here, beer wench, come in here, just smell.
Holy God, it's like old dead grass.
Apt comparison. Yeah, it's
awful.
like it's like, it smells like old potpourri, kind of. It's a flower. It's kind of flowery.
It's dead flowers. This is the goth of fucking beer.
Blacker than the blackest black types infinity.
No, it's not metal. It's goth.
How could this happen?
Yes, this is the corpse bride of fucking beer.
Oh, this is My Chemical Smell romance. Welcome to the Amber Parade. So yeah, again, what I said earlier in my initial taste test hasn't really changed. There's not a bad aftertaste.
There's no aftertaste.
It doesn't linger at all, which is definitely a plus. The flavor I still compare to a light version of a Blue Moon. It's very citrusy, kind of tangy, for lack of a better term. I like the taste, honestly I do, but I couldn't really. Maybe in a bottle it's better because you don't get the whiff.
It's not like wafting into your face.
You're not like forced to put your nose into it every time.
Maybe even
But then,
if you work the nose,
if you work the nose,
it's
oh yeah, that's why we call them nose jobs.
Its sister beer, way better.
Well, we'll get to that in a different episode. But yeah, no aftertaste, at least not a bad one. Pretty decent taste. It goes down really easy. Probably. I get the sense that it's a very low alcohol content, probably in the 4 to 5.5 range. But yeah, just that smell is just too much for me in a glass like this. If I had to rate it, I would say, try it in a bottle. I definitely wouldn't put it in a glass. What about you?
I don't like this beer. I don't think I've made any sort of I've hidden that at all. But like, besides the smell being absolutely terrible, To me, Ben's right. It's super citrusy. I feel like this beer wanted to be a line in Google and failed horribly. I think they just took like.
You're gonna feel real dick if it's a line in Google.
I'm gonna feel super. Actually, I've been thinking about it. Like, God, I'm gonna pull this off. It's gonna be a line in
That's
Google.
one of the like just the dangers of using names. Like if we fuck up, it's we're dumb.
I feel like they took like instead of being like, hey, let's make a cider. They're like, hey, let's just take this random beer that we found and pour apple juice into it.
Just we got zest of orange. Just
Yeah.
It requires the Germans.
Like, I feel like it was just lazy craftsmanship to try to make something interesting and different. They tried, but they were lazy and came up with this nonsense. I don't like it.
Without further ado, we are going to unveil After Effects Sparkles and Old Golden Hen.
I thought it was going to be. I meant to get Old Speckled Hen.
That makes a lot of difference.
This also, now I understand why it tastes kind of like piss
England.
and gold.
Well, alright, so it was brewed in England, I guess by the Moreland Company, established in 1711. Old Golden Hen, refreshing English beer. Yeah, okay.
No
Let's
wonder
see.
the British.
Crafted by the master brewer of Old Speckled Hen, this light golden beer delivers both flavour and refreshment. Really? Brewed using the finest pale malts and the rare Galaxy hop. That sounds like a dance.
Galaxy Hop sounds like something I would pick with herbalism in an MMO. I feel like
Oh, it took how many minutes to make a WoW reference? Fantastic. So, again, not one that wants to put the alcohol content on the fucking bottle. I thought that was something they had to do.
Not if it's imported.
No, it is. You're right.
Or
However, they still say that the Surgeon General doesn't want you to drink it if you're pregnant. Fantastic.
where every other man on earth does want you to drink if you're pregnant.
I mean, generally it was drinking it that caused you to be pregnant in the first place. Oh, that one's going to be something in the comments. So, yeah, Old Speckled Hen by Moreland, or Old Golden Hen, I'm sorry, not Old Speckled, I haven't tasted that enough to know. Golden Hen, I've got to give you the thumbs down. Sorry, Moreland, maybe next time.
Yeah, not a fan. Please don't ever bring this into my house again.
Alright, so that's beer number 2. We've got one more for you. We're going to take another quick break for the pour and the beer wenching.
I'm gonna pour this out.
I took my troubles down to Madame Rue. You know the gypsy with the gold cap tooth. She's got a stall on a 30-45, selling little bottles of love potion number 9. I told her I want the flop with checks. It's been that way since 1996. She looked at my palm, made some making signs. All you need is pretty boy. It's love potion number 9. She bent down and turned around and gave me a wink.
So we have got another beer. This one is a little lighter than the last
Rogue.
couple. Yeah, than the Rogue.
It's a little darker than the Old Golden Hen.
Yeah. So a little bit in between. I'm hoping that maybe I feel the same way about it taste-wise. I hope that it's better than the Old Golden Hen. I'll be surprised if I like it as much as the
Dead Guy Ale.
Dead Guy Ale, but
should have did that last.
Nothing special smell-wise.
well, it has an interesting smell.
Really?
It's not necessarily good or bad, but
I mean, it's a little hoppy, a little citrusy. Nothing
Yeah.
overpowerful. It doesn't have a strong fragrance, which thank God. Damn, Jesus Christ, old Golden Hen. All right, so taste test. I mean, citrusy taste.
Definitely very.
Not a lot of bite. There's a little bit of kind of like when you take that first sip of like Sprite, a little tingly. Yeah, it's got a little bit of the initial tingly. Not really high alcohol volume. It tastes like. As of yet, no real aftertaste. It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's very different. It's very tangy.
If you got us alcohol tang,
It's just
Yeah, of course I did. Because fuck you guys, right?
it's tangy. I don't dislike it. So I guess it's what I was saying. It's right in the middle of the two beers we've done already.
yeah.
Taste wise, I don't know that I would want. It's just off initial taste. I don't know that I'd want like a whole bunch. I wouldn't want to drink a bunch of this. But I don't think I'm gonna hate drinking this
No.
glass.
Let's finish out the glass, and we'll come back and give you our more detailed report. So we're back, and we've been fucking around and drinking this beer, and I won't say I'm displeased with it. Apparently, keeping on with the theme for tonight, very citrusy flavor. We were discussing it's kind of like a lemon.
Lemony beer.
A lemony beer, not sour in any way, but just has that sort of effect on your tongue or on your palate. Smooth, doesn't leave much of it. Excuse me, not much of an aftertaste. After a little while,
It does build one.
it does build one, but it's not overly unpleasant. I'm generally not a fan of aftertaste of beers, but it's not bad. It just lingers there a little bit. It's kind of like a bitter coffee, like once you let it sit there for a little while. I'm really just thankful it doesn't have a smell.
I think you said like this is citrusy, but this is citrusy in a good way, unlike what I think old Golden Hen did. This has flavors and overtones without being
Overwhelming.
overwhelming. Right? Yeah. Like it's just the beer has a flavor instead of being a just bombarding your fucking face with shit.
Yeah, I'll say that even though it's predominantly citrus, there's a bit more of a complex flavor underneath that. Maybe my palate's just not developed enough to be able to piece out those
I'm
flavors.
guessing this is an ale.
Well, actually, I'm not sure.
It's hard to tell because of the citrusiness of it. Huh?
Oh, okay, so the guy who bought it doesn't.
He doesn't even know. So we'll find out.
I'm fairly certain he just walked around and was like, beers!
No, I drank it before, but I'm not even sure if it's an ale.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Hey, it could be a darker lager, or
Yeah.
bordering on the darker
It
lager.
could even be a white beer.
It could, maybe.
I'm just guessing based on its under its other flavors that it's an ale. I'm just guessing. We don't know. But it is good. I would buy this beer. I would not buy like a 6-pack of it, because it's a complex enough and I'm going to say jarring enough, but I don't mean jarring in a bad way. Just a different enough flavor that I don't know that I'd want to consume like a whole 6-pack or anything like that. But if I were going to build a 6-pack at like Total Wine or whatever, I would not shy away from placing this.
But throwing this in with 5 other beers.
Right.
I can see this as a good dinner beer. I can see the taste, complementing like a meal pretty well,
Yeah.
because since it's not so overly powerful. And since it doesn't leave much of an aftertaste, a good palate cleanser between servings or different just
Right.
washing out the mouth. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a pretty. It's. I don't like it as much as the Dead Guy Ale, which I mean we started off phenomenally that beer. I really did enjoy that a lot. But this is pretty good. It's not at the top of my list of beers, but it's by no means near the bottom. It's just a good, solid beer.
I give it the solid, and let's
go ahead and feel it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Magic Hat number 9.
Magic Hat number 9, yeah. So it's not quite pale ale, which would explain why it has a little hoppy flavor to it, but not overly so. It's a 5.1 alcohol content. It's done by the Magic Hat Company, which does a wide assortment of beers.
You can like one of their beers a lot and end up hating a lot. Like actually, I'm not a huge a lot of people talk amazing things about Magic Hat. The number 9, I've only actually ever had once, and it was a long time ago, which would be why I didn't pick it out. But and it was the only one of their assortment case that I tried that I did enjoy at all.
You'll find number 9 as a staple in a lot of bars and restaurants. It's a fairly ubiquitous beer. But yeah, it's Magic Hat really does run the gamut in beer types. And even if I don't like some of their beers, as a company as a whole,
they do a good job.
They do good work. So, I mean, it's number 9. I give it a thumbs up. Maybe not your everyday, drink it till you're drunk beer, but definitely a good stand-in.
Yeah,
I'm a fan. So, cool. All right.
Beers poured!
Oh,
Isn't that the point?
Biggs isn't gonna like this.
Damn it! It's just getting worse and worse.
Oh, that's yellow.
That is very, very yellow.
All right, so we're back, and Biggs is visibly disturbed by the paleness of this beer. So it's obviously a light, golden color, very piss-esque. And in no way describes how the beer actually is.
This has a very Bud Light color to it.
Or High Life.
If this is Bud Light, I'm gonna be super pissed.
It'd be worse. It'd be High Life, the shampoo of beers. All right, so very.
Nope.
Yeah, it's got a kind of a hop. It's got a little bit of a hoppy smell.
It's got a very hoppy smell.
Yeah.
At least to me, a person who hates hoppy stuff.
Yeah, that's definitely a hoppy kind of a.
Yeah, life's dark beers.
Shut up, Meg.
Dark beers are malty, not hoppy, you dumb fuck.
All right, so taste test. All right, I'll clink it.
It tastes like Bud Light too. In fact, I think we're drinking Bud Light.
That would be that kind of dick move by Beer Wench Joe.
Or like,
No, hold on.
if you get a
I
headache,
don't have a headache
If
right immediately.
you have a headache, then it's a Bud product.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Butt products just give me headaches. Don't
Maybe
take
it's a. God, are you trolling us with this beer? Like, did you? Is I want to make them review the Beast.
Ooh, the big. Oh wait, which Beast? Milwaukee's Beast?
Yeah, Milwaukee's Beast.
Or like the maple syrup, the Beast.
Oh, I've never had that.
Oh,
I'm
it's
talking about
bad,
Milwaukee's
boss.
the Beast.
Ask a Nuncio. Oh my God. Anyways, all right. So yeah, not much of an aftertaste at all.
This is your typical frat party light beer from initial tastings and initial looks and.
Yeah, I'm not getting any sort of special taste that really makes it stand out in my mind compared to other light beers.
I guarantee you that there are plenty of whatever this is, there are plenty of bars in which 21 to 23-year-old men and women order it en masse, saying they loved it way before it was cool.
I'm fairly certain that our roommate Gage has bedded a great many women under the influence of this alcoholic beverage.
This could be PBR even, which you actually like PBR.
I do like PBR.
You would probably know that it was PBR.
I mean, yeah, my entire college career was based on 40 ounce malt liquor, so PBR was an upgrade. You were lucky enough to start off with good beer. I had to work my way up the fucking proverbial ladder of booze.
I was lucky enough that when I started drinking, I made enough money to buy good top shelf beer. So,
all right. Well, I'm gonna choke through this.
Power through as much of this as I possibly can.
I can't act like I don't drink beer similar to this all the time. So we're just gonna drink through it and see what happens. Is this PBR? Because it kind of tastes like PBR.
It does kind of taste like PBR.
Alright, so we're back. You may have noticed that I fucked up the number 4. This is my new number 4. Fuck me. Alright, so we decided just for camera battery's sake that we were going to go ahead and start the discussion. And I'll be honest, I'm very neutral about this beer. This is not anything special to me. Like Big said, I tend to drink cheap beer because it's beer and it's cheap. Yeah, I mean for like
it'll get you drunk.
You'll be fucking me in no time. Anyways, before I start crying, yeah, it's very reminiscent of Miller Lite and PBR, Coors Light.
I'm pretty sure this is actually PBR. I'm a little upset about it.
It's a very standard light beer, which if you like standard light beers, it's fine. It doesn't really have much of a smell to it. A hop smell, light taste. There's a little bit of I guess zest when you first taste it. But it's
this is
down easy, not much of an aftertaste.
Step above O'Doul's.
No, how many O'Doul's have you had?
Like one.
Okay, yeah, fuck you. Still better than Schlitz. You ever had Schlitz? Ask Dice what happens when Schlitz happens. He had to change his fucking carpeting because of Schlitz.
It's a little bit better than OE.
But this would be bad with orange juice in it, where OE is fantastic with orange juice in it. That funky monkey.
I don't understand how you can take something that disgusting. Add orange juice, delicious.
Don't know. I mean, the same way that you can take us, add a mask, hot.
You can take us, put a mask, and turn off the lights, hot. Anyways, let's reveal this. I'm pretty sure.
Just God damn it! God, you didn't buy this from. You did not get. No, this was in the fucking refrigerator. I knew it. This is award winning. All right, so it's PBR. Fuck you, Joe. All right.
Fuck everything about this beer.
It's PBR. I like PBR. Well, let me rephrase. I do like PBR, but it's very
going to
standard.
review, sir.
There's
You're
nothing.
neutral.
There's no. It's not special. It doesn't have a taste that I'm gonna go out of my way to try to find. It's PBR. To me, it's just reliable.
It's drunk fuel.
Yeah, it's drunk fuel. It's cheap. It's easy.
Damn it.
I mean, it's established in Milwaukee. As far as light beers go, it is one of my favorites. I don't like Miller High Life. Bud products give me fucking headaches. And Coors, just fuck Coors. So yeah, they won America's Best in 1893, and they've been riding that shit for 120 fucking years. And fuck you, Joe.
I can stay standing if I want. It's my goddamn show, Joe. Fuck you! I'm writer, director, and fucking producer of this goddamn thing. And star. Well, next to Ben, co-star. I will do what I want. Fuck you.
You You are the co-star.
I'm also 3 beers in now. Don't fucking argue with me.
In fairness,
You had to drink PBR.
no, in fairness, I wrote more tonight than you did because I had a book that I wrote in.
I read it
And pictures.
in a
Pictures.
book.
R-E-A-D-A-B-O.
Okay.
Thank you. So yeah, PBR. Oh, I can't give you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It's a PBR.
I want to be done with this segment. I hate
Okay,
this.
it's done. Fuck this game. Fuck you and your couch. They're corn nuts. Eat that shit. All right, so that brings us to the end of the show. We hope you've enjoyed the inaugural session of the Bearded Brew Review. Just to recap real quick, our beers tonight were the Dead Guy Ale from Rogue, the Old Golden Hen from Moreland. Yeah, definitely, I'm sorry, but no, on the face. Magic Hat number 9. Yeah, gotta give it the thumbs up. And PBR. I mean, it's PBR. It is what it is. So yeah, special thanks to the guys who are here in the house with us, helping us put this on. You know, Tyler Fralick, you know, Joe Clunan, Mike Ledoux. You know, thanks guys for being a part of the first showing, helping us get this going. But yeah, if you want, you should follow us on Twitter. I'm at Ben C. Marsh.
And I'm at the Drunken Devil. You can also read our movie reviews or reviews of others. Sometimes we talk about video games or gaming and stuff like that.
Our articles, podcasts.
All of that stuff can be found at tankmatinee.com. It's all one word, no weird hyphens or shit like that. And the purpose of the site there is basically to have a no bullshit, your everyday man's review of the things we love, being movies and alcohol, and combine them together. So go there, check us out, follow us on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook as well at facebook.com/tankmatinee. I hope to see you guys there. Leave us comments, send us some tweets, whatever. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely. So thanks, and we will see you for our next episode of the Bearded Brew Review.
Tease Marco.
Peace, Marco!
That might be our intro music or our outro music.
Ding, 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 ding.